You know what's crazy?
What's crazy?
I called you, 4 hours ago, and I was like, dude, I woke up early today for the first time ever.
Yeah.
Went to bed at like midnight, woke up at 7:30 this morning.
Yeah.
Had all this time, I've been really productive, did a bunch of writing, did some work, and it's maybe 4 hours since I called you. I'm pissed.
Why?
Do you know what it is? I'm stressed. There's a bunch of things that have just stressed me out, like some work stuff that happened that stressed me out, and then all the shit that's fucking right in your mind,
the voices,
you know? The voices, and all the fucking, you fucking got to do this for that, I got to be there for that, I got to be ready for this gig, I got to do this thing, and it's just like, I fucking, all this shit, and I was in the car here listening to fucking grime war dubs. Just like people sending for people, and I was just like, you fucking, and I nearly got in a car crash on the way here. I nearly pulled out, and then I had to brake, and the guy looked at me like, what the fuck? And I was like, what? And I was like, but in my, I was so in the wrong. It was so my fault. But I'm just fucking.
I'll clash you right now, bro. What? I'll clash you right now.
Bro, oh, you want to actually fight? Oh, no, fuck that. No, I meant I'll write like a mean rhyme about you, but just tell me something about your life that I can use, and then we're good to go.
Send me 10 facts.
Yeah, exactly.
And we'll meet up.
But I was just driving here and I was like, fuck, gotta get to the fucking thing. And then I fucking gotta get to this gig, and then this gig starts early because of this. And then I gotta fucking get back, and I gotta have a call tomorrow, which means I can't do that thing, which means I gotta fucking, you know?
Yeah.
You know?
How I will say, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart.
Right.
You've got color in your face today.
Okay.
You look healthy.
Do you know what the color is? It's red for anger.
No, you honestly look like a proper normal person today.
Well, thanks.
Honestly, you look mad. I feel like you look mad different today. You look alive.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I swear to God, you look. Your teeth look bright. Did you get teeth done?
No.
Have you using the teeth? Your teeth look whiter.
Wow.
Your eyes look bluer.
Wow.
Your face looks more like pink. Normally you look like a wall, like a bright, like a wall in a dentist's office.
Right.
You look good today.
Thanks, man.
I swear, but you know I love the shit on you. You look healthy.
Do. Well, thank you. I felt great.
Oh, so who knew? All you needed was a night's sleep and some sunshine in your eyes. And who knew? It fucking changes everything.
It's crazy, isn't it?
You genuinely look good today.
Thanks, dude.
I get why people think you're handsome now. This is the first time I always thought you was a bit malnourished, but you look good today.
Yeah. I looked. Thanks, man. I looked in the mirror the other day, like 2 days ago, and I looked at the bags under my eyes, and I was like, "Shit, dude." Apart from last night, I've been going to bed at like anywhere between 5:30 and 6:30 in the morning.
Oh, I don't know.
Every night,
it, man.
I do it, and I'm depressed. Is how I do it.
I know, but I would have just. Honestly, I've
hard.
been in those spirals, and when I'm in those spirals, it's a dark.
Yeah.
It feels like a fucking like a weird like noir movie, you know, where like everything's dark and you can yeah. You know that moment where they're like sitting in the fucking house and they've got a cigarette in the ashtray and they can't even be bothered to smoke the cigarette. They're just sitting there. That's been my life so many times.
Maybe that's all we get in life.
Yeah. It's 6 a.m. again. My girlfriend just got up for work, but I'm still sitting here watching YouTube.
When is it gonna end?
Yeah.
I guess when David Goggins stops posting content. Dude, it's fucked, man. And it is such an obvious answer, but it's like, you know, it is that thing.
It really, honestly, I gotta tell you, if there's anyone out there who's depressed, and far be it from me to give out life advice. I mean, seriously.
Barely out of the pit yourself.
Take this with a real pinch, a fistful of salt. Take this how you take it. But I'm telling you, I recently started going to the gym again in the mornings. And you said this earlier, and it's such a great point. Even just doing that, going to the gym in the mornings, it gives you more time in the day, which is the best feeling in the world. Because before I would get home from work and I'd rush to the gym, and then I'd have to rush to a gig, and then the gig would be shit because I was rushing.
Yeah.
And then it would all just be a spiral, and then you go, I want to fucking
That's how I feel right now. And I'm pissed because so I've got a gig on Thursday that I need to do well at.
Yeah.
So I'm like, right, okay, I want to run some of the stuff I'm doing for it before then, because some of it's kind of new.
Yeah.
And I had a gig on Sunday at Angel, which went really well.
Yeah.
But so and then basically I had nothing yesterday because it was my day off. And then tomorrow I'm seeing a friend's play.
Oh yeah, you told me about
Yeah,
this.
and literally I sent my bookings to a club
Yeah.
like a few weeks ago, and I gave all the days that I like, the Tuesdays or Wednesdays or Thursdays or whatever that I could do throughout the month. And literally I had heard nothing. And then the day I booked my friend's play, I got an email from them. They were like, hey, can you do that exact day? And I was like, well, no, I can't. And then me and the friend whose play I'm seeing had a big old fight on the phone.
Yeah. And it's gonna
resolved
It's gonna be a shit play as well.
Gonna be a shit play.
Gonna be a shit.
She even said it's gonna be a shit play.
Small. Listen, anything that's not West End, I don't want to see. I don't want to see it.
Well, I wouldn't see it if she wasn't my friend.
I know, but God, man.
And
listen.
she even said, she was like, the play is not good. She's like, a lot of people are underprepared. Then it's not. She's like, some of them like they're like, we know our lines, and she's like, that's the bare minimum. So it's not going to be probably a good play.
How long is the play? Can I open myself up to ridicule here? I'll bare my soul. I don't think I've ever seen a play.
That is quite funny.
That is hilarious. But again, like I said, we grew up on
Coronation Street.
Yeah, and cocaine and stuff, So I've never seen a play. How long?
C's.
Yeah, the good old C. How long is a play?
Probably like anywhere.
There's intermissions and shit, right?
There's an intermission. I mean, unless it's a huge play, there might be two. But I've never been to one with two. I don't think. But yeah, there's normally an intermission. It might be like, I don't know, starts at 7:30. Might be a 2-hour process with a.
So what, like an hour intermission?
Can be an hour each side, maybe. Can be 45 minutes each side, but it's not. But it's like, on the one hand, it's fine because it's a small play in the sense that it's a small cast. There's like 6 people, and my friend is one of the main characters in it. So I'm like, well, that's cool because she's going to be on stage the whole time. So it's not like she's got 4 lines in the second half. It's like I'm watching her for the whole time. So that's the whole reason I'm going. So that'll be cool. But the play itself won't be good. And then because I now didn't get a spot at the club that I have been meaning to get at for a while, so that has annoyed me.
Yeah.
And then the fact that like 2 days ago we just had a massive fight on the phone, and so now I'm like, we haven't resolved it, and so now I'm going to see this fucking play tomorrow in a bad mood. And I'm not doing the gig I want to do.
You're going to watch it. You're missing a big opportunity to watch a shit play with someone that you don't like right now.
Right.
That's your life.
That's my life right now.
Yeah, but I wouldn't go, man.
No, because if I don't go, the thing is, I'll regret not going because she's my friend. And when we're not fighting, I'll be like, it's a limited run. It's only running for like a week or so. So it's like I'd be pissed if I didn't go.
Is this because again I'm not well versed in this space? Is this a big deal, or is it like us doing a new material night?
No. It's a big deal.
It's in like a theater or something. It's got like
it's in a very small theater, but it's like,
how big are we talking? Do we know?
I think the vibe I got is like it might be like 50 seats or something.
That feels like not a big deal though,
No, but it's not a big deal in terms of, it's not like she's on the West End or anything.
No, I know, but I'm saying
it's a big deal in terms of like she's been rehearsing for this thing, and it's running for a week or whatever. So it's like, and I'm her friend and I want to support her.
What's the play? Do you know what the play is?
I don't know. I know like a.
Is it like a famous play that they're reenacting?
No, I don't. I think it's new writing as well.
Oh my god! So it's some fucking little queef or something.
Well, this is the thing. Also, she did say to me, she was like, "It's really funny," and I was like, "It's probably not.
It's definitely not.
It's almost definitely not.
How many Asian people get attacked in it? That's what I want to know. If it's less than 3, ain't funny. I need to see
then that's
some
not
Asian
funny
hate.
Unless you just turn around, it's not set in Chinatown. You're like, I'm out of here.
Where's the accents? Where is the No, but here's what I was just going to say to you. This might be a funny little twist. What is the saddest art form to be involved in at like a low level? Because like doing comedy in a room full of 4 people it's a fire. It's the only one I can speak to.
Quite sad.
It's very sad.
Very sad.
I'm very sad. I'm a sad person. It's sad.
Yeah.
But there is like there's a camaraderie, and I guess there's going to be a camaraderie in all of it. But also if you get a joke to hit in a small room, there's that's sad, right?
Right.
But then you go to like a musician. If you're like a guitar guy.
Okay, so do you remember? Don't say where, because that's deep.
Yeah.
But do you remember me and you once did an out of town gig, and we got there, and there was a guy on stage in the foyer who was playing music to no one.
Oh, okay.
Remember?
Yeah.
Right. And then he was just singing covers.
Yeah.
And it was a huge room.
Yeah.
And there was no one in it.
Yeah.
because they weren't there for that.
But it's okay. But here's the thing I'll say to that. I think like that.
That's deep. We've never done stand up to no one. We've done stand up to one person maybe, but I've never to no one.
The only thing I'll say though is like he was good at least.
Yeah.
He was good.
Yeah.
So I think like if you're a good singer, this is what I was gonna say. Like if being good at singing is like a linear path. You're either good or you're not good. I don't think there's much middle ground. Like you can be okay, but you can either sing or you can't sing. Like
there is, you can sing or you can't sing, but if you do get like coaching and stuff, you can get
of course,
really
yeah.
good,
But I feel like you gotta have the talent has to be there.
There has to be a
certain
baseline
degree,
like ability. George, for example, it's hilarious how bad.
Oh,
George is the most tone deaf person
I can imagine
I've ever met. Like I'll be in the car singing a song with him, and
I'm
it's
loving angels instead.
No, but yeah, right.
It.
But even there, you went da 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 da. Right?
He's gone.
George will be like, "I'm loving angels instead." He'll sing it like that, and I'll go, "Do you hear the song that we're playing?" And he'll be like, "Yeah, I'm singing it."
My mum is the exact same as that. Like
Right.
no rhythm, no tone. Like it's
Right.
completely a different song.
Right.
She'll be like, "I'm loving angels instead." Like she's gone.
Yeah.
And when I called her out before, and she tried to blame the fucking brain aneurysm she had. I was like, you couldn't sing before that. You never could. I remember being
That's
a kid
so
being
funny.
like, "Fuck." But yeah, so I think singing's kind of sad.
It'd be funny to like blaming things on your blaming things on your brain aneurysm.
I know.
Is such a great get out of jail free card.
great.
Kathy, did you just say the N word?
Yeah.
Brain aneurysm.
No, what can I say?
Yeah.
It's not all there anymore.
Yeah.
My mum's literally got
Yeah.
a bit of her skull out, so she could just be like, it's not all there. You know,
Yeah,
I'm missing the part of my brain that tells me not to be racist. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why did you want to get rid of me, mum? Yeah, but brain aneurysm couldn't. Yeah. Okay. So I think singing is pretty sad. I think being in like a low level play, that's kind of sad as well.
I think so, but from my experience, because I've done a bunch of plays and I've done the whole theatre actor thing.
Oh, I can't believe you did that.
But
How many dicks did you? Half
No
the size.
dicks.
No, come on. You have to
No
admit,
dicks.
being a male theatre actor is about as close to homosexuality as you can get. But you know that, right? Like,
Yeah, but also-
being on stage being like, "And I woke
Right.
up," is like, you're...
no. Here's the thing. So musicals, yeah.
Okay,
Musicals,
yeah.
I know people in musical theatre. My ex is in musical theatre. I've got two exes actually who were involved in musical theatre in
Yeah.
some way. And a lot of gays.
Yeah.
They thrive in that space.
Hey,
They really
yeah,
thrive in
yeah,
that
yeah.
space. They're actually sick at it.
Yeah, I bet they are.
Theatre acting, less so. Male theatre actors generally, they're kind of, I'd say pretentious and sleazy.
No, I get it.
It tends to be a guy who's like, it will normally be a guy who's like pretty posh.
Yeah.
And he's got a bit of stubble, maybe longish hair, like not as long as mine, but like kind of down to his shoulders maybe. Or like a nice slick kind of, quiff or whatever. Handsome guy.
Good shape,
Good shape,
usually,
good
yeah.
jawline
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
And he says things like, well, I really think we should just I sort of really want to understand where she's coming from in this scene.
Yeah.
And he looks at women like that, and he sits how I'm sitting.
Yeah, and he goes
sits like this.
You know, I thought we had a fantastic night the other night, but I just don't know if we connected deep enough for me to fuck you again. He says things like that. That's the kind of guy, and that's why you fit him, right? Because that's the kind of guy you are. But
okay, well, no.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
And look, I get it. I'm not saying gay as in homosexual. I'm saying gay as in the good old fashioned.
Yeah.
It's pretty gay to be.
Okay, wait, I'm just checking. Okay, yeah, we're good.
Pretty gay to slap on a bit of makeup and get on stage and be like, "Martha, you can't have done this again." That is, you felt the gayness coming off me there. It's a bit gay. And look, it's a talent, it's a skill, it's a great art form, I'm sure. I mean, I've never been. But it just feels like, you know, if Shane Gillis watched the play, the whole time he'd be going, "This is fucking gay, dude." And that's what I mean. You know?
Yeah. But that's what's funny, because it's like, that's coming from someone who not only has never done theatre, has never even been in theatre, has never been to the theatre.
Oh, by the way, they wouldn't let me in a theatre. Can you imagine if I was, how much for a ticket?
You roll out with your fucking fake disabled parking badge.
We don't need you in here, man. Get away. Can we get some...
You'd bring like, you're the kind of guy who would bring like a little niece who's eating like Pringles or something.
Oh, no,
and everyone's turning back and looking at you and going,
Yeah.
And you're like, what? She's eating fucking crisps. She hasn't eaten dinner, all right? We have to see this stupid fucking play. You turn around.
That is so me. You know that? That is so me. I'm the guy who would fall asleep at a theatre and probably just, my niece would probably climb on someone's chair or something and I'd be like, oh, fuck off.
And we'd be like, see, this one shouldn't be allowed in the theatre.
Yeah, exactly. Especially, who let the Arab in? That kind of thing. Especially with this tash as well.
That wouldn't even be a racial thing. It would just be a scum
class. I always say there's middle class, there's working class, and then there's my class, which is just benefits and, just cocaine again. That's the vibe. Can we get some footage? Can we get a little on there for Tom of you doing theatre? Because I need to see this.
No, I don't have any footage of me doing theatre.
Have you got pictures?
Yeah, I have. I was on ITV at one point. No, they did.
Do you know what's so funny about you, right? Let me tell you what I think is very funny about you.
See if I can find that while you do that.
Yeah, please do, because I need to see this. What I find so funny about you is you're an eclectic gentleman, right? You've lived many a life, I would say. Okay. And the funniest thing about you is if me and you and our little clique met you of the past,
right,
we would roast him.
I actually
bro. I'm not saying you as in like your personality, but just your your stats, like who you are. White private school rapper.
Right.
Diesel and us would have a field day with that one.
Yeah.
And then
what about when I would then start rapping better than both of them?
Oh no, 100%. Right. Like I said, it's not you. It's not about you particularly. I'm saying just who, like the silhouette of who you was, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And then a theatre guy. Can you imagine if we was at
Oh, you set off your Siri.
Oh Jesus! Can you imagine if
Siri wanted to jump in?
This guy's a fucking nerd. Yeah. Can you imagine if me, you, George, Diesel, a few of the boys were at Backstreet, and a guy walked in and he was like, "I'm gonna try my hand at comedy, man. Yeah, I'm a theatre guy, dude." That's on the ITV. We'd have a field day.
We would, but that's the thing. But this is the thing though. Like obviously in stand up, there's a thing about actors doing stand up. We all know it. The difference is, I was never like an actor. I didn't go to drama school. I was part of a youth theatre for a year when I was like 24. But it was like
clinging on to that youth thing.
I know. Dude, I was thinking that as I said that.
24 in the youth theatre.
Hey,
you're holding on for dear life.
By the fingernails.
So yeah, there's one time I was in a youth club. I was 27. It was pretty crazy.
I was just there to pick up chicks.
That is so you to be 24.
So me.
No, to be 24 in a youth theatre. Because you cling on to that youth. You
do. It was 16
we all do,
to 25. And just made it.
Yeah. By the skin
I really made it. Yeah.
That's but
I was part of a youth theatre, but that was a youth theatre for, it was like, it's a charity. Still a great youth theatre, but it was a charity for like disadvantaged youth. So it was basically me and then like a bunch of other like disenfranchised kind of kids. Obviously, I was definitely on the like more okay end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
But
the rest were black, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was the only I was the only white guy.
I got it.
No, literally, I was the only white guy.
Hey, dude, we're doing a rendition of Top Boy. It's gonna be it's gonna be sick, bro.
every time. Ollie, you play the Fed. Do I have to play? Why do I have to play the Fed? Why can't I play the young trap star?
I've got more range than this, guys.
I think we're really pigeonholing me as Detective Smith here. Why can't I play Debo? Can I play Debo? Give me the peas, blood.
Oh my
Give me the
God.
ruddy peas now.
Give me the blood clot peas then, now.
Put the bloody Ross clot peas in the bag.
If I don't get my damn food, I'm going to be really fucking peeved.
Hey, listen up, blood clot. If I don't get my ruddy peas, I'm calling my father. And he's going to come down here and nank the lot of you.
Ruddy is too funny, you know. Have we got this picture?
Isn't it, you little pipsqueak?
Do you know what?
But my point. Wait, but what I was saying was, I did. So I was part of this youth theatre, and then I got an agent, and I did a couple of random theatre bits. But I never was like an actor's actor. So like I was around a lot of that.
Yeah, you were kind of. I know what you mean.
But I was also like, I came from rap, and I was doing music, so whatever. So it was like I did bits of theatre here and there. I remember one time I was doing a play. And it was a small cast. It was like 5 people. And I remember the director was such a G. It was a woman called Diane. And she was a black woman. Shout out Diane. She basically, me and her really connected. And she basically, before every show, when the actors and stuff are doing their warm up, all the other actors were like proper thespians, you know. So they were doing like their literally, yeah, they were doing that and they were doing or whatever. And I was just like, I'm not really.
You were just in the corner like, yo, with a 1-2 flow. Come with me, whatever.
Bro, funny you say that. She was like, look, I know that's not your style. And like, that's not really how you fucking do your thing or whatever. So before every show, she would put on grime music in the theater. And I would just go on the stage and I would just start fucking like vibing and just fucking doing whatever to get my energy up that way. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Who are you? What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Do you not know? Bruv, you're
Bloody shelling it down.
No,
haven't you?
honestly, you're fucking mental, bruv. Do you know how crazy that is? You're in a play and there's 4 posh kids going la 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 ma rugada rugada rugada, and you're going. That's not me. I like a waste man. That's not me. Wheel it up. Do you know how fucking crazy that is?
She would wheel up the bloody thing. She would bloody wheel it up.
Damn, wheel up the bloody thing. All the other people must have thought you were a lunatic. Yeah. Who's this hoodlum they've got in our play?
A little bit.
Oh my God. I don't think do you know what? Me and you need to write a sitcom or a show about this. Right. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
A guy. Do you not think that's mad?
It is funny, yeah.
4 professionally, classically trained. These kids are like, their parents have thrown probably hundreds of thousands of pounds into training these kids.
Yeah.
And this is their passion. And they're like, this is my dream since I was a child. I went to Brit school and I did this and I did this and I can play the cello and I can do this. And you go, yeah, man's got a naughty 32 still. Right? And they, they're doing all that. And you're just shelling it with Diane.
Yeah. But that's the whole point. It was about making theatre like more accessible. That's the whole part of the youth theatre I was part of as well.
That's fucking crazy, man. What plays did you do? Would there be any like famous ones that I know, or is it like
nothing you would know because I did some new writing. I mean, when I was at the youth theatre, I did it was like a Shakespeare mashup. So every year they would basically like take a Shakespeare play, they would modernize it. I played Hamlet in that.
Hey.
There was
to be or not to be. Come on.
To be or not to be. That's the
that's the
motherfucking question, fam.
To be or not to rascal.
To be or not to rascal. That's the goddamn question. You get me? I wonder if I remember any.
I heard Shakespeare.
I'm trying to think what the Shakespeare monologue that I did for an audition years ago was. It was.
Hey Romeo, where you at, my brother?
Yeah, from Romeo and Juliet. It was the speech that Romeo gives outside Juliet's window. It's like, but soft, what light from yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet.
Do it like a roadman now.
Hey,
hey,
but soft, what light from the window breaking, man? It's the east, innit? And Juliet's the sun. I come, man, arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, boy, who is but sick and pale, that thou is more fair than she. Get me? Yeah.
Manlet. Oi, that's so funny. Hey, yo, me Julie, go on.
It's me Julie. Me Juliet.
Hey, Romeo, me Juliet. Go on for them.
I did a thing with Mark Rylance as well.
Oh my God, this is too funny to me.
Westminster Abbey. Yo,
you did this at Westminster Abbey?
I did a Shakespeare piece at Westminster Abbey with Mark Rylance. It was like part of the.
I don't know who Mark Rylance is. I can't lie. You're gonna have to.
Oscar-winning actor.
Okay.
He was head of the the Globe Theatre for a number of years. He's the voice of the BFG.
Okay, yeah. Globe Theatre I know as well.
Won the Oscar for Bridge of Spies with Tom Hanks. This was from the ITV segment on the play I was doing.
Is this you 24?
Some of these young people rehearse what they've seen, what they know.
Wait, what's Hamlet?
Where the character procrastinated, many here feel there's simply no time for that.
I'm really not in the headspace for this.
Is there room for...
Why did you go from Roadman to not Roadman? What was that?
I didn't go from Roadman to not Roadman. I just went from I was in that scene, I was scrapping people.
Bro,
and then it paused and they put me in a monologue.
What I heard was you go, hey, are you mad, bro?
Yeah, I did that.
And then you went, I'm really not in the headspace for this. That's what I heard.
No, there was definitely some twang on it. there was some. Hang on, there was some stank on that.
That could be a sketch though. Just switching to something like, "You fucking dumb fam, I'm not having it, bro." And then as soon as everyone moves out of the way, you're like, "I seriously don't need this right now. Okay, you better back off, buddy. You better fucking back off, okay? Because I've got a lot of stress on my mind right now. I don't need this." Hey, now reel it up, wheel it up, Diane.
Wheel it up, Diane.
Put it up.
Are you mad? Who do you think I'm talking to? Are you mad? Get off me, please.
Some of these young people rehearse what they've seen, what they know.
Wait, what's this? Hamlet!
Where the character procrastinated, many here feel there's simply no time for that.
I'm really not in the headspace for this.
No, you sound so white on that second bit.
You know what's, but, wait.
I'm really not in the headspace.
Yeah, but you know what's funny though? You're gonna love this.
Oh, no, what? What now?
So this segment, right? This segment was it was on ITV News, and it was basically promoting the play that I was in, right? And so it was me and a few other members of the cast to like promote the play, right? But the play, obviously, the like I said, I was the only white guy in the whole cohort, right?
Yeah, I can see.
And so the point of the program is it's like mainly aimed at like black kids.
Yeah, of course.
Right, and it's mainly aimed at people who have had even like way worse upbringings than I have.
Yeah, but you're a real wigger, you know what I'm saying?
But wait, so basically the play it was a remix of Shakespeare, but the theme of the play was about like school exclusions, right, and being like expelled from school and excluded from school, right?
Yeah.
Now this is the part where like yes, I grew up without money and my family's working class and XYZ, but this is the part where I went to private school, right? And I never got expelled or anything. And so, but obviously most of the kids in the cohort had.
Oh, yeah.
And the play was about that. And so it's funny because she's like, these actors are talking about what they've seen on the streets. Or that.
No.
And so then it cuts this bit and they're talking about like school exclusions. And I'm just like, I just didn't. I think I might have said something and they just cut it out.
Is that a Homer Simpson meme, you know, when he just goes into the bush?
Into the bush. So it's just like this. It's me doing that like start of my monologue, and then it cuts to them talking about like the severity of like school exclusions. No.
I'm really not in the headspace for this.
You sound so white.
School exclusions. Or do you think they should be banned completely?
When you exclude a child, you're essentially saying you're not good enough for society. So I thought exclusion is definitely wrong. Because a lot of my peers that have been excluded ended up in prison and ended up dead.
I tell the young people about a new report. It says there's been a 70% increase in permanent exclusions from schools in England since 2012.
So it's just,
You looked quiet when that conversation was going on.
yeah, that's my director.
Oh, dude, this is so
Oh
funny.
yeah, wait,
to
is that
me.
me again? Hang on.
Oh, here we
It's a
go.
tool overused.
Stale, flat, and unprofitable seem to me all the uses of this world.
Ria Chatterjee, ITV News.
Oh, man, you're a fucking anomaly, brother. You are. I don't even know what. I can't put my finger on you.
That was on TV. I did a bigger interview. That was funny. You would have ripped me to pieces for that. That was so funny. But I don't know when that was.
Oh man, every time I speak to you, I'm like, I don't get you. I don't get you. You're a man. You're an onion. You're like Shrek. There's so many layers to you. I just keep peeling those motherfuckers back.
Yeah, there's more and more of them.
I mean, Jesus Christ, we might have to get Tom to put that in. I'm telling you. You ain't hearing it as much as I'm hearing it. The switch from "Are you mad, fam?" to "I'm really not in the headspace for this" is so great. Tom, follow up with him because I need that in the episode. That was perfect.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find the London Live.
Oh fuck, man.
I'll see if I can for next time.
You're a mental dude, man. You're a mental guy. Let me see you. God, that head shape ain't great, is it? What's going on there?
What, mine?
Yeah,
Get
fucking
out.
a bit eggy, innit?
No.
You look healthy there, though. You look good. You look young. Oh my god.
Bloody gang them.
No, you know, you had to do that just to try and fit in. You're like,
and then next to a police box.
oh my
It was
god,
at the studios, so it's like there was a Dalek.
Dalek. Now, let me ask you this. Let me.
And then you got that.
You're making me want to go for some old pickies here.
Yeah.
Who are they? Are they your cast members?
That was on the short film. You know that short film I did? when I
Yes.
showed the clip? Yeah, from that one.
Yeah, you same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any black friends in real life, or is this just for the shows and stuff?
No, I try and keep it.
No, because I was just gonna say every time you show me a black guy, you're like, this is from a project I done. I'm not seeing any.
What are you talking about? You've met like 3 or 4 of my closest friends.
They're all white,
bro. You at my birthday?
Yeah, there was a lot of white people there.
Well, yeah.
I was one of the most ethnic guys there. I think.
That's not true.
Diesel doesn't count.
No, I'm not counting Diesel. You're crazy, bro.
No, I know. You have a couple. You have a couple too many. If you ask me. No, I don't know. I don't remember you see. I don't remember.
Yeah, but now you're putting me on the back foot. So now I'm I'm no, anything I say now. If I'm like, yeah, I don't really have any. A, that's not true, and B, it's whatever.
He loves black people. He's a big fan of black people.
The culture.
Yeah, for the culture.
Hey, culture.
You being in a group of kids that got permanently excluded when you went to private school.
And I'm like, it's not right.
I can't lie, it's true, man. You know, like you get permanently excluded, you're just out here, innit? Like
one time, man wasn't allowed on the squash courts, fam. We did have squash courts.
I can't lie. My mum was late on a payment one time still, and I couldn't go for a week. It was mad. I nearly started trapping and that. I can't lie to you.
Man fell mad behind on ancient Greek, man.
God, we live such different lives, man.
I literally studied ancient Greek.
That was, and I barely studied, honestly. I got kicked out of school.
No, I barely studied too. I was a little bit of a truant.
I was a bit of a bad boy. When was that? 2019.
When was what? The thing I showed you?
That thing, yeah.
2019.
I'm trying to think what I was doing in 2019 to compare and contrast.
Yeah.
It wasn't what you were doing, man.
I don't even know how we even got onto all this.
We were talking about doing. Oh, we still never spoke about the saddest art form to do when you're bad.
Oh yeah.
I was just fucking being a degenerate.
Well, what I was gonna say was, theatre generally gets like fairly full from my experience. I haven't really been in a situation where there's no one in the crowd.
Yeah, but you're doing it under like banners and stuff, like under good promotions or whatever. I'm sure there are like independent ones. Like one of my exes was in like a musical theatre play or something. She used to do it in school, and it was in like. She lives in like Margate or something, some like shit seaside town, and it was in like the Royal Margate Theatre Association. Right. I'm like, there can't be many sets of teeth in that room. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, how many, like, even if you're doing that in a full room like that, that's
you're not fucking question.
That must be pretty sad, man.
Yeah, if there's no one in the crowd. Do you know what? I've got one that to be doing it. And it's hard to do it, I think. I can't imagine how it would look doing it badly because they get a lot of involvement. But I think the worst one to do at a low level would be Panto.
Yeah, but
Panto they always have schools and stuff that will
and also I think the bar isn't too high.
That's the thing. Panto doesn't really have a high level.
No one's going to Panto and being like, this, we're gonna see some real talent here. Panto is like fat men that are like, oh, it's behind you. It's like it's shit. I think like I don't know, man. Doing stand up is sad at a low level. Like if you bomb in a shit room, but like
cruise work. I know actors and stuff that have done musical theatre people that have done cruises.
Yeah, all of that just seems sad to me.
I don't know, 2 months or a month or something.
But at least you're traveling, I guess.
You're traveling and you're getting paid pretty good.
You're getting paid, but that's what I'm saying. I'm talking like open mic style shit. Like,
yeah, no, I think we're the biggest losers when it comes to that.
Oh, I don't know, man. It is pretty tough to be.
Because slam poetry, it's like...
but slam poetry is...
But slam poetry, they think they're breaking boundaries. Even if there's 3 people in the audience, those 3 people want to go and tell their friends, like... I was in this great little coffee shop last night. There was almost no one there. This woman got up on stage, and my God, just revolutionary. You know, they want to say things like that.
Stand up is very sad and lonely when you haven't got any friends in it as well. Like there was a while where I didn't really have any real friends in stand up, and it's a fucking lonely world.
Yeah, it is.
Sad, lonely world. You go and bomb in front of 10 people.
It's lonely even when you do have friends. Having friends makes it significantly less lonely on the day to day. But like, there's still times where you get booked to do a gig in fucking, I don't know, Grimsby or something, and you're going up by yourself, either on like a 2.5 hour drive or a fucking 2 hour train or whatever it is, and there's a great chance that you won't kill it.
Yeah. there's probably I feel like, I don't know, it's probably different for you, but yeah, I feel like for me, it's like a 50% chance that I'm going to bomb every time I go out.
Out of London, yeah, it's definitely more hit and miss. Sometimes I look at them and I'm like, oh yeah, you really don't like me.
I need to see scum in the audience. That's why when I go in the audience, I want to see someone on one of those little.
The thing is, on the one hand, you're more working class, so I feel like you would do better. But then because you're so disgusting and vile and crass, I can imagine you doing worse as well. But anyway, we shouldn't get too deep into stand-up because
Yeah, people hate us for that.
Yeah, we got a comment on that on one of our episodes.
Yeah, I saw that.
Someone was
Yeah.
like, when did this podcast become about you talking about sets? Or
We have been doing that a lot recently. We haven't had much in the locker, to be honest. So we
yeah,
have
but
been...
also it's like it's a fucking podcast, you know.
I
It's
know.
like this is
But
this
don't be
shit's-
horrible
this
to
shit's
one of the only people
free.
that listen to our shows.
Well,
you
yeah,
know?
but we don't even know if he's still listening. He might not be.
fucking
He might have
better.
stopped listening after he was like, these guys only talk
Well,
about
if you're
stand-up.
still listening, then you know.
If you're still listening, guy who commented that, let us know.
And if you're not,
If I don't get a comment, I'll know he's not listening, and then I'll slag him off. I have no
Okay.
idea who it is, but I'll slag
I don't even know who it is either. Have you got anything today? Did you bring anything in your back pocket?
I've got stress. I'm fucking. I don't know, dude. I woke up this morning and I was in a fucking great mood, and I was like, it's 7:30. I got a great night's sleep. Went to bed at midnight, and I'm like, this is sick. I've got hours, and I was like watching a bunch of sketches and trying to get inspiration, and I was writing a bunch of sketches, and I was knocking some stuff off my to-do list, and I was feeling really good. And then I had a couple of work calls, and that fucked me off. And now I'm like, ugh. And that's kind of in my head. And then I think knowing I'm so busy and all the stuff that I've got on my plate and coming up and all the things that need to be done, that is stressing me out as well. And also I've got a bunch of like little things that are annoying. Like really little things that when like, but they're persistent enough that they annoy you. Like for example, my car wing mirror is like, it's a crackhead broke it fucking months ago, and I went to a garage and they just basically put a screw in it to keep it on, because I was like, I'm not gonna fucking get a new one replaced now. They didn't have the part, whatever it was. So I was like, fuck it, I need to drive it, just stick a fucking screw in it, and it was fine. And then randomly, that was like 6 months ago. Now, whenever I get in the car and turn it on, it's going like it's stuck in this infinite loop of trying to
Open and
right
close.
itself.
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
And I don't know why it suddenly started doing that, but it's doing that. So that's fucking annoying, because every time I'm ever in the car for the entirety of the journey, it could be an hour-long journey, it would go like the whole time. My little fucking deodorant thing, like whenever you change the cartridge, the way they do it is just not. It's fucking stupid. It's so hard to get the new cartridge in. It's not fucking straightforward, and that's annoying. The fucking spare microphone thing that we need to use to film content on the weekend. It's like, I have no idea. That's just dropped off the face of the earth. I have no idea where the fuck that's gone. So I'm like, that's annoying. It's like, I've got all the other pieces of the set, but that bit's not there, is it? So little things like that have like I've got a thing with my email calendar with my work and my personal and trying to sync it. And it's like being sorry, we couldn't actually connect, it was bullshit.
Are you hearing yourself right now?
No, I know.
No,
dude, I know. But believe me, I know. No, dude.
I'm trying to yes and
I
here,
know.
'cause First of all,
I know.
First of all, it's the show.
I know.
And second of all, like, I love you, my brother. I want to always be positive and help you.
Yeah.
But like, are you hearing
I
yourself
know
right now?
No, I know, but
This is crazy.
No, but
Ollie.
it's not just that. It's also like. It's also just like the other, there's other stresses.
Of course,
there's
yeah, I
work
know
stresses, and there's stressing about stand-up and the constant,
You're not shit. You're shit. No, you're funny. You're not fucking funny. You're never gonna make anyone laugh. You fucking suck. Everyone's funnier than you.
you know? So you got that motherfucker churning the whole time. And also just like, we got to get the stuff ready for, the secret project that we haven't announced. So like getting that ready, and there's a time limit on that, and all the stuff that needs to get done for that we're waiting on from other people, and, So there's all that shit, and then stuff for the pod, and then material, and then work, and it's just like, and then I've got to see this fucking play, and just, and then I've got my friend's birthday on Saturday. It's like, he's one of my best friends. I love him to bits, but it's like just another thing. I'm like, right, I've got to figure out, I've got to do that, and then go to a gig after. And it's just,
I think me and you need to go to like a terminal illness.
I
ward.
know, dude.
Because listen,
know.
I'm not coming from a place of like, you're a dickhead, because I do the same shit as what you're doing.
These are the most first world problems. I
But-
totally get that.
But
Totally.
we do need to just let it go sometimes, because I'm hearing you and I'm thinking about me and I'm going, oh, I sound like this and I don't like it now, because I'm hearing it from you and I'm going, this is exactly what because I was just about to go, dude, I know, man, I got a kid, because what you're saying, these are all good things. This is mine and yours problem, and this show's really becoming a therapy thing.
Yeah.
Like, I love it. right? But you're going, I've got my friend's birthday on Saturday. That's a good thing. I know it's long, but it's a good thing. We've got this secret project coming up. That's a good thing. I've got this gig and I've got work quarters. Like, these are all good things. I do the same thing. I got a fucking kid on the way. That's a good thing. That's a good thing to happen. And I'm like, I'm doing comedy, but it's not really working. Okay, but you've got a dream. You've got some, like, a lot of people don't know what they want to do. I know what I want to do. So it's like, it is pathetic, really. It is. We are weak pussy bitch men.
Yeah.
And we need to just suck it up and get that positive spin on things. Because my mate is chatting to a bird at the minute and she's got terminal cancer. And he was telling me this today. And we were like riffing about and joking, and he was kind of going, I want to fuck it life out or whatever. Yeah, fuck the cancer out. We're doing that, but you know what I'm saying. We're giving all that.
Yeah.
And then he basically was like, oh, she's like, no, I didn't know she had terminal cancer at this point. And then he goes, I've got a tumor in my pants right now. You know, it was that kind of banter, right? You know, just to really hammer it home.
Yeah.
It was fucked up.
Wow.
But then he was like, oh, but she actually told me she's terminal. And the vibe changed instantly. We both was like choking up. I was like, fuck, man. She's young as well. She's like our age. And I was like, fuck, man, that is sad. And that's why my mind is where it is now. Because I'm listening to you and I'm going, this poor girl's going to die this year. And we're like, but I'm having a kid in June, and it's like, yeah, that's a good thing, man.
Yeah,
we need
but my car mirror is not.
Yeah.
It
By the way,
like,
that pissed me. I wanted to throw when you were like, no, but dude, it's going, and there's a fucking kid in fucking Indonesia who carries water on his head for 4 hours to get home, and you're like, my magic fucking vehicle thing doesn't fucking move. Your electric wing mirror doesn't work. Not even like I don't have a wing mirror. My electric one doesn't work. It's
making
crazy.
a noise that's continuous. It's
Okay,
like,
again.
I know.
Your transformer isn't working right now. It's
I
just
know.
But listen, we need, because you know what I was thinking the other day. Me and you had a bit of a heart to heart yesterday,
yeah.
and we kind of laid a few things out and had a good chat. I loved
great,
it.
yeah.
It was great. It was a great chat.
Mm.
And I remember thinking, like, for me, but also for you, we need to fucking figure this shit out, because if all of this shit takes off the way we want it to,
Yeah.
fucked. Because me and you have a busy week. Because I'm busy, you have busy weeks.
Yeah.
But I crumble. Like I went on that run where I was like working, gymming, gigging 5-6 times a week, probably 7 or 8, and crushing. And I loved it. And it was like 2-3 weeks, and it was like, I'm doing it. This is it. This is the corner I've turned it. Yeah. And then literally my body goes and just shuts down. And I'm like, fuck, I have to lay in bed for 2 days because I'm ill. Yeah. And I want to kill myself or unalive myself. Yeah. And beep. And I'm like, bro, what if this shit will take you? We're gonna be fucked. How are we gonna be like, right? I got a 3-month tour. I got a fucking kid here. I got to do this. I've got to sign the contracts for this, and it's like, I don't know how we're gonna do it.
Well, I think you just rise to the occasion. I think you just
hopefully,
or we just don't.
Yeah, or you just don't, and you crumble.
But our mutual fear of failure just gets in the way of all of it, and we end up just self-sabotaging.
Yeah, exactly.
The more likely option.
Exactly.
No, I think you just you end up just finding a way, and also, I don't know. There's things that like I would probably find ways to streamline my life a bit more. So like, if like the Project X, becomes a big thing, then I'd be like, all right, well, I'd probably stop doing like the closing stuff in the daytime, for example, so I can have more time to like chill and rest, and also to write more and lean more into that or whatever. So I think it's just about like adapting.
But the pressure though, I'm talking about the pressure. Like the pressure now is, I am a ball of pressure. I'm like,
but can I say one thing on that though? Because I hear you about pressure, but I think it's different when there's pressure now, obviously, and obviously you have more than me because you have a fucking missus with a kid on the way and all that kind of stuff. So there's more pressure there. However, the pressure now is, I think in some ways, and like, fuck do I know, I'm not there yet, but I feel like the pressure now in some ways is harder because you're doing something without reward, and you're doing something in the kind of on a bit of a leap of faith. Like we're doing all this stuff.
Yeah, I agree with that.
With this and with the other project and whatever, and with stand up, we're doing all of it like stressing ourselves out, putting pressure on ourselves and being like, fuck, and kind of just hoping that it works.
There's no validation.
There's no validation. I think if we get to the point where, you know, we have like 10,000, 100,000, whatever people who are tuned into the kind of shit that we're doing and we're getting some money from it so we can make a living off it and we're using that to sell tickets and we're doing stand-up to audiences and fucking all that kind of cool stuff. I think that level of pressure is like, we'll be like, yeah, fuck it, that's fine. I got it, you know?
Yeah, I hear
we
you.
know that the outcome is there.
No, I was saying like they try and modernize stuff. Like they try and make like that was like fucking Shakespeare, but like, yo, what to be or not to. Why did they do that? Just leave things in the past, I think.
Well, because Shakespeare's stories and themes are some of the greatest ever written. Is one reason. The other reason is Shakespeare's language in his day was slang.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. But I don't know. I feel like
making it accessible. Because if you don't make it accessible, then it's only gate kept by a particular class in society.
That's true.
So it's quite cool to have Shakespeare be accessible to people where it typically wouldn't be. Like, for example, if I didn't get a bursary to private school and go private school, with where I was from and the money we had, I would never have fucking... And I wasn't even into Shakespeare at school, but I would never have been into Shakespeare or had really the kind of scope or the interest in it. So I think any way you can make quote unquote high art more accessible to people from all backgrounds, then you get more people into it, which then makes that art more interesting because then you get more art from different stories.
That's a great point. I stand corrected.
Yeah.
What do I know? That was very, very eloquently put.
Although, speaking of blacking things up.
Okay.
My face last night. No, speaking of blacking things up, they have announced officially that the guy who's going to be playing Severus Snape in the new
I've
Harry
seen
Potter
it.
Okay.
I've
well,
seen
fucked
it.
up the clip again, right?
I'm sorry,
Fucked
but
up
I
the
get
clip.
excited. I get excited.
But there go. When I'm saying that line, I'm seeing what Tom's going to do with it. And right as I'm halfway through, I hear, bap, 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 you know, and then I go, oh, yeah, there's no clip.
I get excited.
There's 12 views on it.
I get excited. I'm sorry. Do it again.
Okay.
We've been here before. We know what to do.
We know the drill.
Do it again.
The guy who's cast as Severus. Okay, don't slap your leg.
I'm sorry. I'm actually.
Let's not have a repeat of the previous
This
situation.
is what I'm trying to avoid. Okay.
The guy who got cast as Severus Snape in the new Harry Potter series is black, and the internet is having a field day with it. What do you think? Should Snape be black? What do you think, Ashley Bay, comedian?
Well, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I love it. Okay, I think black them all up. That's what I think.
You think he should black up?
Give me. I want a black Dumbledore. I want a black Voldemort. I want the whole show to be like Empire. That's what I want. I want the whole thing. I want Dobby to be black. Not because he's a...
Because he's the house elf, right?
No, that's not what I meant.
That's what you said, right?
No, I'm just saying... I
wish
want
Dobby was black.
No, I want them all to be black.
Right,
you know?
but especially Dobby is what
Dobby
you said.
could be black.
You said the guy who,
The house,
Where-
where
Right.
he is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, right? But I want him Wingardium Leviosa, innit? You know what I'm saying? I want it to be like, really like...
But I do, but it's funny, but black, I think here's the thing. No, wait. I do think I'm trying to think who would, like, of all the Harry Potter characters to make black, I do think Snape is the funniest. Because Snape is like, he's got he's Alan Rickman, who was, legendary actor. And by the way, Papa Essediu, who's the guy who they've cast as Snape, is a sick actor. I've actually got a chance to speak to him. It was over a reading once I was doing over a Zoom and he was on it. Lovely guy. He's a fucking sick actor. But him aside, I do think like the idea of making Snape black of all the characters is funny because Snape is like a kind of weird, dark, ultimately heroic, but weird and dark kind of incel-y kind of character.
Page
You know, the
694.
394.
394. 94.
And so he's the potions master. And so it's just funny, like,
Pack some potions.
yeah. But also, I don't know. I just think it's funny, like,
You better-
hey, dog, you better not be drinking any of my motherfucking potions. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Mr. Potter, what's up, my duck?
I know, better be English, wouldn't it?
Huh? Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Potter.
Hey, Mr. Potter.
Don't drink that,
Wagwan.
you know.
Hey, man used to chat your mum, innit?
Is this racist, what we're doing?
Man used to No.
We're sort of implying any black character has to have a ghetto accent.
No, but it's hyperbole, innit? We're hamming it up
Right,
for the black folk.
Okay.
You're wrong, by the way.
Oh no, Professor McGonagall.
No, again, you're wrong.
Potter.
No.
I'm in the ghetto.
Yeah, but you're.
What did I love twerking?
Yeah, but you're going on.
Let me shake my buttocks.
No, yeah, you're going off the previous actor's voice in the.
Yeah, but that's funny.
No, but I'm saying the
Ron Weasley, you better not be playing around. I may have to smack your ass. Hell no.
Hell no!
I'm a turn into a cat.
What the bomber clap?
Fuck you, shut up.
The funniest character to be black is Ron Weasley, but keep the same hair. That's the funniest.
Jesus Christ.
That's the great.
That sounds
one.
like some minstrel kind of shit.
What?
Fucking dark. I don't know.
What is it?
I don't know, like some fucking. Like some fucking. Oh, hello, Harry.
Oh no!
Fetch your bags, can I, Mr. Harry?
Oh, whoa, hey, hey, yo,
Harry, have you got any sweets? I can't afford any.
No, but here's the thing, right?
I'll take the lot.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. The problem is, and I saw a comment on.
Him and his family live in the project.
No, but this is what I'm saying. Because the whole family are white ginger. So what if they're now a black family and they've got the ghetto broken down car and he's got like the shit clothes and that? That's funny because it becomes like a stereotype.
Hey, Ron, where's my goddamn truck? Shit, Dad, I took it to school.
You went
Better
like,
not be, Ron, you better not be driving no flying car to school. Don't make me come and get your father's car.
It's like,
Don't make me get on that broomstick and come get you.
it turns into like a stereotype of like the one black kid at a private school because you know he goes in, he's got the ratty scarf and the shit prom suit, you know that stuff.
Yeah.
That's like his dad's purple suit. I think just do a whole black rendition of it. That's what I want to see.
Well, not just a black one, a hood one.
I want to see
Hood Harry Potter would be funny.
The whole cast, make it like Top Boy Harry Potter, where they're having like one fights in the street, and they're like, "Bro, man will back out the thing."
Yeah.
I want to see all
also
of that.
Snape being like being how he is. It's like, you know, but Professor, did I tell you to talk, blood? No, sir. And shut your mouth, man. But sir, blood, turn to page 394, innit? Man, gotta say it twice. Dickhead, fam.
The problem people,
You know, hey, Harry, hey, Harry. You know, man loved your mum, innit?
Hey, you know, man used to chat. You know, man used to chirp up your mum, and innit? Your mum was a baddie, man.
Your mum was a lengus.
Your mum was a baddie, man.
Can't lie, your dad got there first. Still,
Yeah, your dad was a wet youth, though.
I can't lie, bro. If your dad weren't there, man would have beat your mum.
Hey, your dad was a wet youth, fam. Trust me.
Can't lie, your mum's on the jaws were coming off.
Man got run up by Voldemort. He shit his pants, bro. He shit himself. Man would have been. Man had
Man
to
was like
protect.
Dark Lord who, Dark Lord where. Man's a Death Eater, you get me?
Voldemort as a.
Oh yeah, who else worked for the Dark Lord and came back?
Come
Get
on,
me?
fam.
Who made it in and out as a double agent?
That's one of their spells. Stop and search Yosa.
Stop us resisticus.
Stop us, resisticus. The fucking the Dementors are just feds. Expect no tremendum.
Wait. Ready?
What you got?
I can't just breathe because.
Okay. There we go.
We found the line.
That was the line.
found
Right
the
there.
line,
You
yeah.
you step right on it and we're backing up now.
That was free.
Hands up. Freeze. Take a few steps back. Oh my God.
Is that what they say to the Dementors? Yeah.
But so the problem people have with this shit.
The Dementors, by the way, the Dementors of the Feds, very underrated line.
Thank you. Thank you. I feel like we had a line similar to that though last week when we spoke about Black Thanos. There was something about the Avengers police or something.
Oh yeah, there was Black Lady Thanos.
We do a lot of this stuff. I think
we got to switch up. We got to Chinese.
We need
quick.
to start. We need.
That's Japanese.
I don't know. They all look the same. No, wait. Maybe got that right.
You're a wizard. You're a wizard. Ecco specco tu patrono. His Patronus. His Patronus is a buffer fish.
His one's a chopstick. Expecto Patronum.
Oh, fuck.
We need to spread the love. We need to go out some more.
I was about to say, we need to do some white races too now. We need to do like Irish.
Yeah, but that's, I don't know what we got. There's going to be hacky shit. Oh, the alcoholic and anonymous. It's not fun taking a piss at white people. No, I'm joking. That was a joke. That was a joke. What about the Indians?
Cars bombers.
Okay, that's good. But white people are just boring and lame.
Potatoes feminicus.
Okay. I take personal offense to that.
To be fair, one of the only listeners we have is my girl, her friend. I'm not going to bait his name, but obviously he's a friend of mine.
Oh, I know the guy. Yeah, I love that guy. He's very nice.
Great guy.
He was actually very
legend.
nice, yeah.
He listens to every episode on like a drive he does.
Yeah, I remember him saying actually, yeah.
He's
love you, buddy.
He's an awesome, love you too, bud. He's an awesome guy. We'll like sit in the garden just drinking for hours talking about like politics and whatever. Like he's a fascinating guy. But he's he's Irish and he's not just Irish, he's Irish. He's really passionate about it. So I wonder how he'll react when he hears me say Potaticus famicus.
It's all banter, isn't it?
No, it is.
It's all banter.
That's true. Fuck him.
Yeah, no, he'll know. I'm a pretty passionate Irishman myself, deep down,
Way deep, right?
Way deep, underneath my layers. Yeah, no, but the problem people have with this stuff, like the recasting, is because I saw on my far right algorithm, it was right there. Yeah. It was someone was like, oh, the problem with this is that in the book he's described as a pasty white man with a hook nose and long black hair, like you. And the problem is,
I don't have black hair. Or a hook nose.
Yeah.
No, I don't have a hook nose at all. Not at all. Look up the shape of my nose.
No, you actually have got a pretty decent. It's a bit bulbous, a little bit.
It's got a good shape to it.
It's nice. You've got a nice nose.
I know.
You got a great nose.
Thanks, man.
Okay. Well, anyway. That got weird there. You look deep in my soul.
I know.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't really think that's... Do you care about if they recast, like it's differently described in the book? I don't think that takes away from the story, personally.
I do care, but only from the perspective of I'm a real, I love the idea... because I haven't read many books, when there's a book that I've read... And... I like the idea of envisioning what that would look like on a screen.
Yeah.
Because there hasn't been a new Snape in, 20 years or whatever it is. I was really curious. I'm always curious to see how people take a character that you've imagined in your head and make him look on the screen.
Yeah.
So from that perspective, I would prefer it if there was a Snape that looked more like the Snape in the books, because I'd be curious to see how that would match up with my imagination in terms of the face shape of the person they cast and the type of hair, whatever it is. So from that perspective, I care, I guess. But I don't know. It's to be honest, I think the show's probably going to be shit anyway.
Oh, it's definitely going to be shit.
So I'm not really that fussed about it.
It's definitely going to be shit, of course.
And he's a great actor, so...
All of these things are always shit. It's always bullshit.
I said, actually, speaking of this, I said to my friends... in the WhatsApp group chat today, I was saying, because we were talking last week in the chat about how, let me see if I can find it. We were basically talking about how Amazon bought the rights to James Bond.
Oh, I saw that as well. Yeah.
And it's just, and I said it to my mates and I was like, just count down till they ruin it.
Oh yeah, it's going to be terrible.
I think that's really bad news.
Who would have rumored people for that? I've seen a few different people being rumored, and I didn't love any of them.
I don't know who is rumored because there's been rumors for ages, and it's like.
Well, Idris Elba was the big one, isn't it?
He said ages ago.
I know, but that was the big one where people were like, "You can't have a black James Bond."
For a while, yeah.
I don't care about this stuff, but black James Bond felt weird to me.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, it's like a quintessential British. It just felt like that should be.
Yeah.
Kept as.
Well,
I'm sure that's how people feel about Snape.
The answer is and this is one of the common arguments, but I think the answer is, there should be more writing from different backgrounds and for different characters.
Yeah.
It's it's the same thing. I don't think the answer is, what was it? There was a period where people were saying Jane Bond. like a female Bond.
That
It's like,
annoys me.
Yeah, but a big part of James Bond is that he's a bit of a womanizer.
He's a Lothario,
He's a bit of Lothario. Like that's partly his thing. It's just that's just not going to be the same.
But now you're just gonna be like Jane Bond, just that OnlyFans girl, just sleeping with loads of men. And
well,
just,
but it's also just like
where do we end? Where does it end? You know, how far do we go?
Blofeld, I see you've been watching my live stream.
No, but here's the thing as well. It's like
It wasn't finished though, right?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It's fine. No, I'm joking. But no, but to be fair to that point though, I just think like just make a series about a female spy that's equally badass.
Just gonna say this.
And so it's kind of the same thing. It's like, you know, there should be a spy show with a fucking black spy, a female spy. Like just write. There should just be more new writing. I just don't think the answer is changing stuff that already exists, and it's nothing to do with anything other than like wanting it to be as close to the vibe. And it's not even like, because people say, "Oh, close to the books." It's like I'm not going to pretend I've read the James Bond books. I fucking haven't. But but what you've grown up with as James Bond, of what he represents, of like, you know, he's the slick talking, you know, and again, you can say, well, Craig's Bond was a big departure from that. Like he was much
Blonde.
more, blonde, but also he was much more like vulnerable. But that's the thing, changing things like, so for example, the Black Bond thing is interesting because I had a big think about this. And I talked about it with a few friends. And I think the thing with the Black Bond thing is, what?
I just had a really bad thought.
What was the thought?
I'll have a Hennessy, shaken, not stirred.
That's
but go
funny.
on, carry on.
That's
I'm
really
sorry.
funny.
That was.
That's a
horrible.
great joke. That's a great joke.
Thank you. That was. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know when it comes in your head and you're like, I gotta find a way to throw this in, but I didn't want to interrupt you, so I just laughed.
I'm glad you threw it in. That was much needed levity.
Go ahead. Go on.
Well, my argument with the Black Bond is that like I'm not saying that Bond can't change. You know, there's room to, you know, you've got to keep the franchise fresh and keep it interesting. For example, I think Nolan was and may still be, but I think I heard he was in talks to potentially do like not a period Bond, but like a more classic Bond from like the 40s or something.
That'd be sick.
And like I don't know if I read that he was going to shoot it in black and white or something, but it was going to be like a very stylized James Bond series or whatever. So I'm not opposed to like trying different stuff and changing it, but I think part of the thing is changing something like, for example, Daniel Craig being blonde, something like his hair color ever so slightly is not like really that important to the story. So I'm kind of like, I didn't really mind about stuff like that. But I think making a character like James Bond black, I think is too complicated because obviously a big part of not what we're being told, but what is the case about society is that black people have typically been under and been kept under and had to fight prejudice and been on the receiving end of XYZ. James Bond comes from a privileged background of, you know, he's adopted by fucking, you know, millionaires, and he goes to Oxford and all this kind of stuff. And even though he always felt like he never really fit in, but he's essentially like a posh guy who's lived a very privileged life in XYZ. And I think that if you put a black guy in that role, doesn't mean there aren't black people who live those lives, but I think then it makes it, I feel like a franchise that made a black Bond would try to make a big point about like, they tried to make race a part of it.
Yeah, they would.
And I don't think you can make race a part of it. If there was a James Bond where he was black and he was exactly the same as James Bond, and it was just like, he's a privileged guy who happens to be black, he still grew up skiing and went to Oxford and everything else, and he just happens to be black.
Yeah.
Then I would actually be fine with that. But if they tried to make a black James Bond and then slip in some agenda stuff,
but they would though. Yeah.
Well, you know, that's the thing. It was hard growing up being me because I was black. Then it's like, well, that's no longer. That's a different story now. That's not James Bond anymore. There's the race angle and the cultural angle. And
it's just James Bond from a council estate.
It's James Bond from a council estate,
which is just that's a different film.
It's just a different film.
It's a different story.
Kind of like The Kingsman was like, that's a spy movie. It's got a lot of James Bondy stuff, you know.
But they made it about a guy from a council estate, which again, I actually enjoyed the first.
Oh, I love it.
I thought it was a very original idea, and I thought it was
great.
So I think just to play devil's advocate to that, I think definitely now the way the world is, you could definitely do that. You could have a black guy who was adopted and privileged and stuff like that. Is a factual.
I went to school with rich black kids.
Yeah, that's 100%. You know, real. So I think you could do that, but then my question to that is, if there's no like point in him being black in the story. Like
Yeah.
if there's no difference,
Yeah.
then the only reason to cast a black guy as James Bond is that he was absolutely categorically the best actor
Right.
that auditioned.
Right.
If that's the case, I have no problem with it. If
Right.
you're doing it to tick a box,
Right.
and you're not even adding anything to the story which implies that he's black, or nothing in the story changes because of his race,
Yeah.
then you're doing it. If it's not based off merit, then it's just one of those things where they're just doing it to do it,
Right.
and that bugs me.
Right.
And again, if you audition fucking 20,000 people and the best actor hands down categorically is a black guy,
Yeah.
and you come out and say story's the same, this guy was just the best actor,
Yeah.
we loved his
Yeah.
performance,
Yeah.
then I ain't got a problem with
I
it.
agree with you. I agree with you.
Yeah.
But I don't want it to be a thing. I don't want it to be a thing where like this is the thing now.
Yeah, I don't like
know?
that stuff. I don't like that stuff. Even like the all of the remakes now are just all.
Well, so okay,
It's
but so
just
this
all
thing.
too much,
so I
you know?
said to my to quickly go back to what I was saying because I've got to wrap up in a second as well. But
hour and 7.
Okay, cool. I said to my friends, I was like, when Amazon bought it, I was like, it's countdown till it's shit again. I was like, they're gonna do a fucking spin-off season about Felix Leiter and the CIA, and another spin-off season about like M or something.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, I saw this today. I said it to the group, and it's a picture. One idea Amazon pitched was a Moneypenny spin-off, along with a Felix Leiter series and a female version of Bond's CIA counterpart. So it's going to be like a female Felix Leiter, so like a black female CIA agent and all this kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
And it's like again, you just it's gonna be bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And by the way, that doesn't mean like Felix Leiter. The Felix Leiter, God, I forget the guy's name. The
I know
actor
you're
who
talking
played,
about, he's a
the
good
actor who
character.
played Felix Leiter in the Daniel Craig movies, who also played Detective Gordon in
Batman.
The Batman.
Yeah, I watched that. Yeah.
Great actor.
Yeah, good.
And there was no part of me that was watching it being like, oh, of course they've made Jim Gordon black.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, he's sick.
Yeah.
But just I have conversations with my girlfriend about this all the time. And I'm like, I say to her, I'm like, I really don't give a fuck about any of it until I feel like a company or a corporation, because they're corporations.
100%.
I don't give a fuck about any of it
100%.
until I feel like a corporation is pushing it in my face.
100%.
And it's not about frequency. It's not about, dude. Then I think about shows I watched when I was younger. Like, do you remember Misfits and shit?
Yeah.
It's like that. If you think about it, that cast was like super diverse.
Yeah.
I never once noticed
No.
it. I was just like, oh, Curtis is a sick
Good show,
character.
yeah.
He happens to be an African guy.
The
I'm like,
Irish guy, the black-
Irish
yeah,
guy,
yeah,
Nathan,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Like fucking, or Alicia, the mixed race shit.
Yeah.
Never even thought about it. But whenever I feel like you can tell when a corporation is like,
Yeah.
it's like the South Park thing. Put a chick in it and make her gay.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. But
That's when I'm like, oh, but nah, you know.
Yeah. The female Ghostbusters was a big one for me. I saw
Yeah.
that and I was like, that's just there's no need.
Yeah.
There's no need. No one asked for this. No one needs to see it. I watched it. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Because it was the same film. They're just trying to put the fucking Ocean's 11 with all the chicks.
Oh, Ocean's 8.
That felt too forced because it was
Yeah.
like.
It's her time now.
You only see a man for 1 second. Rihanna's in it for some reason.
Yeah.
It's this horrible movie.
Yeah, totally.
And again, and you say that, and people are like, "Oh, what women movie?" It's like, no, there are lots of films with women in it, mainly women in it, that are brilliant.
Yeah, I just can't name any of them.
Yeah. As I was saying, I was going, quick, think of one.
Yeah.
Little Women is a good film.
I am joking, obviously.
Yeah, that was the one that I know.
I just need to. Wait, what? Oh, for fuck's sake!
What?
George said, "Don't bother coming. No one has showed up, so I'm doing one short half."
Oh.
For fuck's sake! I really needed to run my material tonight. That's so annoying.
Are you doing new on Thursday?
Not like new, but I'm doing like some new-ish. So I need it to go well because it's like a kind of
Yeah.
follow-up.
Opportunity.
Yeah, it's like a follow-up trial. It's like I had a kind of trial, and now this is like a follow-up trial. And if I do well, and I know that if I do, because they said if I do well here, then they'll put me on like the pro bit.
Yeah.
So okay, cool. Cheers for.
Fucking real pain about that fucking shit play you got to go and watch now, isn't it?
It really is.
You could have gigged tomorrow.
I could have gigged tomorrow. That's really annoying, actually. But oh well, say la vie. I mean, in a way, I'd have to drive to Central. That's the one benefit. 'Cause it would have been another hour and a half of driving. Well, at least I'd have to rush off the pod right away.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because we've got a lot more.
Well, that's
to
the thing.
get to,
I was kind of frustrated. I was kind of frustrated that we dropped this subject now, and then I had to rush because it's actually a really interesting and big subject.
Yeah, for sure.
And again, it is annoying because now that I think of, it's like when people ask me like, "Oh, what makes you think you're autistic? Like, what are the symptoms or whatever?" I'm like, and I can't think of anything.
Too much, yeah.
Yeah, I had it on a fucking NHS assessment thing I had the other day. They were like, "What is it that makes you? When did you first initially notice it? Like, what were the things you noticed?" And I was like, I don't know, and you know.
That's autistic in itself, though.
Yeah, but it's
That's
the same thing here. I'm like, I can't think of any fucking.
Well, okay, let me throw this at you.
Yeah.
Have you seen the new Shrek animation?
No, I haven't watched Shrek since like I don't know.
Did you?
I watched
Was
the first
Shrek not a big film for you as a kid? I loved Shrek.
I loved Shrek 1.
Oh,
I
man.
watched Shrek 1 a million times. I watched Shrek 2 a bunch of times. I
Shrek
might
was
have
mine.
watched Shrek 3 once.
I don't know if I watched 3, but Shrek 1 was like the big one for me. What were your like big movies growing up as a kid? Like, what are your like top 5 animation kid movies? Because we're about the same age. We must have been
Toy Story.
Toy Story at 1 or 2 though. One or 2. They were both phenomenal. They're both in my
They were
top
both
3.
incredible. Toy Story 3 was great too, to be fair.
Yeah,
Toy Story as a franchise is just great.
But I'm saying movie. You got to give me one of the, because Toy Story 1 is so great with the whole the final scene where they're on the fucking RC car and they put the rocket on it and shit.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
But then
Damn.
Toy Story 2 is
With
great
Jessie and the donkey.
and
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
Owls, Toy Story shit. That's
and the Prospector.
Prospector. Oh, bro, those movies are great. And the final scene is that is the plane
Yeah.
where they climb on the wheel and they. Oh man, what a film!
crazy.
Yeah. What were your biggies?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I can't think of it. I mean, I know that one of my biggies that is still a biggie to this day, it's still in my top 5 films in terms of my favorite films, is The Incredibles.
Oh, I love that as well.
Yeah, The
Loved
Incredibles
it.
is one of my favorite films of all time. I used to watch it.
I used to love it.
I used to watch it all the time. I used to watch it every year.
I had the little outfit.
Oh, wow.
little
No,
muscle
I didn't have the
outfit.
outfit, but I used to design superhero costumes. When I watched it, it made me want to be a superhero so badly. I used to watch it every year on Shrove Tuesday, and my dad would make me pancakes. And
Nice.
yeah, my dad's pancakes were insane.
Like American style crepes.
Crepes.
Oh,
But like
man.
they were,
Nice.
dude. They weren't like they were the perfect thickness. They were incredible. I can still remember the taste of them. And he died like 11 years ago or something.
This is the new Shrek animation.
12 years ago. Oh Jesus, what?
How different is that?
What the fuck?
Look at her.
Jesus, she looks like she's got no teeth.
No teeth, I know.
Why have they done that?
I don't know.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing.
Are they rage baiting though to get people to talk online and like
Maybe.
because I think Sonic did I never watched that, but I'm sure people were like, "This is an outrage. This doesn't look like him," and then they changed it. So I don't know if they're
Right.
doing it to get people talking.
Maybe,
because
but
studios do shit like that. I
They
think.
do, but I just think I mean, it's like all this franchise stuff of studios buying them out and then just fucking chopping them up and selling them for parts. Essentially, it's like, you know.
Movies are in a bad way. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I said to my group, I put it in the chat about the fucking James Bond thing, and I said about the Moneypenny spin-off idea in the Felix Leiter series and all this shit. And then my mate went, firing up the sludge machine.
Ugh.
And then my other mate went, I wonder what cherished IP they'll load up into the sludge cannon next. There's not much left.
Yeah, man.
It
is sad.
Yeah, you know, and it's just, they do the same thing. Disney and that, I mean, well, Amazon now, but Disney's the worst for it. It's just like, you know, they've done it with Star Wars and it's just fucking dreadful. I rewatched Star Wars Episode 7 last night because I've been in a real Star Wars headspace at the moment.
And
And it's just, what?
Star Wars headspace.
Yeah, I've been watching loads of videos about Star Wars lore and the backstory and the philosophy of it. And stuff.
Which one is Episode 7?
The first one of the new trilogy, the one that came out like, I don't know,
2008 or something.
No, later than that. Probably, I mean, fuck me, maybe it was 2008. But you know, there was
Hayden
there was
Christensen.
No. As in,
Oh.
like, there was the 70s one.
Yeah.
70s or whatever trilogy. Then there was the prequels that came out in, I don't know, 2003 or whatever it was, 2002.
That's the
that Hayden Christensen one. And then there's the one, The Force Awakens, the one that came out, you know, in 13 or something.
Oh, I don't know about those.
The ones with John Boyega, the black guy, and Daisy Ridley. The
Oh yeah, okay,
really
yeah,
nice looking chick. Episode 7. But basically, I don't know how much you know. Are you a Star Wars guy? Do you know? Okay, no, you're not. Well, it was basically, it's a terrible 2015. Yeah, okay.
Why is it bad?
Awful. Yeah, awful.
okay.
But it's one of those things where like it got bought basically. So Star Wars, obviously George Lucas, it's his thing.
Yeah.
He made Star Wars like the original trilogy, and that was obviously it was the biggest box office thing ever. And it's probably the biggest franchise in the world, to be fair. And then the prequels came out, and those three movies were widely regarded as like they're amazing.
Yeah.
Prequels came out in I don't know whatever it was, early 2000s, and they were regarded as being kind of shit. Some better than others, but like generally they were regarded as being shit. A lot of old fans are like, oh, the prequels are fucking shit. And it's weird because like I'm the generation where when I grew up, they were in cinemas when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I thought they were sick because it was like lightsaber fights and
They were the
whatever.
only ones I'd seen, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought they were sick. But then obviously when you grow up, I still like them because they were there when I was a kid. But then you do get things why older people
Would think
they're shit because there is a lot of shit in them where you're like, oh, that's just hilarious. Like Jar Jar Binks, you know Jar Jar Binks.
No, it was an alien motherfucker.
Yeah, he was like if you want to, fuck it, call him an alien. He's basically like an alien character on like a planet, the Gun planet, and
The gun.
no, dude, this is hilarious. This is what's great because you have no idea about this, and now I get to tell you.
Oh God.
And you're gonna think, I swear to God, you're gonna think I'm making this up. I'm not making this up. So Jar Jar Binks is basically a character. He's like a fucking completely.
Yeah.
He's like fucking. He's bumbling.
I'm gonna Google it just to see if I know the face. But go on.
You might know the face. He's permeated pop culture enough that you'd know the face.
I think I've seen the. Oh, I know this guy. Yeah.
Yeah, but do you know what he sounds like? No.
Okay. Well, they all kind of sound like that to me, but yeah.
They don't even slightly.
Okay.
So Jar Jar is like, he looks like that, and he's stupid, and he's like bumbling, and he's always like clumsy and getting shit
I
wrong,
kind of
whatever.
remember him from the film a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
But they gave him, and also the whole Gun people, but in particular Jar Jar,
Yeah.
they gave him a Caribbean accent.
What?
So the Jedi go to like this planet and they meet this guy and they're like, we need to protect the senator. Can you lead us? Oh man, Misa know where you want go.
I remember this actually. Yeah.
And the thing
That's
is
crazy.
Yeah, and the thing is
That's crazy.
when you're a kid,
You don't.
I didn't even that didn't even register to me.
It not register with me, man.
It not register with me.
Register with
Didn't
me.
even register to me. So I was like, as a kid, I was like, oh, whatever. And then as you get older, you're like, wow. Another example from, dude, another example from Star Wars. And this is the kind of shit like that happened in the 90s and the noughties.
Yeah.
Which is what I like to call good old racism.
Okay.
The kind of racism where it was like fairly harmless, but also just really funny.
Yeah.
Because of how stupid it was.
Yeah.
So,
Ignorant.
ignorant racism. So,
Which is
okay.
actually the best kind, because if you're ignorant to
Yeah.
it, you just don't know any better, you know?
Yeah, like I didn't have any impressions of anything.
Shout out to all the ignorant
I'm trying to just
racists out
find
there. All you ignorant racists.
So there were character. I'm trying. Basically, I'm not stalling. I'm just trying to find.
I'm trying to find a character.
There were these
man.
characters. I'm trying to find a. Okay, wait. Just you talk for a sec. I'm going to find something for you.
Okay. Star Wars. What can we say about Star Wars? Racist Star Wars. A lot of racism out there.
Okay, found it.
Okay. Thank God.
Okay, so they had these characters, right?
Okay.
So they were like basically evil politicians
Okay.
who worked for the bad guy, right?
Okay.
And they made them Asian. And so these guys here were like, we need to get to the Senate.
No.
Swear to God. They're like, the Jedi are coming to innovate.
Is this the 70s ones or this is the 2000s?
No, these are the 2000s.
So, but why did they not do this in the 70s ones? Like make the aliens? Because I get why you do that a little bit, I guess.
Well,
You're
in
basing
the 70s ones, no, they didn't.
what did the aliens sound
The
like?
aliens just sounded like what you would expect aliens to sound
Well,
like.
like
So there was like, or there was like, so it was like a little green alien called Greedo, who's like a
Mini
bounty
Yoda,
hunter.
No? Oh, sorry, I thought that was
No,
Mini
that's
Yoda.
that's something that's new. That's something separate.
Okay.
But Greedo was like a bounty hunter, like alien. He was like a little green lizardy looking thing. So he will sound like.
Oh, yeah, I know that guy,
Or
yeah.
like Jabba the Hutt, who was a big slug. You know, so like they would sound like what you would kind of expect them to sound like. But as a kid, again, I didn't pick up on any of that. So when you watch them like when you're older and you're like people that are doing like sly trade deals and fucking people over, and they're like, we needed to get to the Senate to secure the votes so that they would not retain the power. And you're like, oh, this shit is wild.
That is very funny. I do love. We do this often. One of our best moments between. I think we actually should just get into a game right now.
Right.
Tom.
Oh wait, are you not talking about the game where you say into the phone?
No.
Okay, good.
We'll
Right,
save
right.
that for another time. This is
Not that game that you make me play with you and your brother.
not that game. I'm always sore after that game. No, Tom, cue the fucking the shit. This is the I'm trying to think of the racist reenactment game. For me and you, one of our classic moments in our friendship is the Indian Harry Potter. So we're gonna go back and forth right now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just throw at you like a race. You know the Jimmy Fallon game where he does like singer and then the song or whatever, like country style Ariana Grande, whatever.
Elton John or whatever,
We're
yeah.
gonna go like, and I'm gonna just say Chinese Godfather.
You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding and ask me for a favor.
So on point.
You want me to save you $4? What have you ever done for me?
That is perfect.
Thank you.
That was great.
Thank you.
That was fucking great.
Much appreciated. Okay.
Thank you.
That's Japanese again. You got to. That's the real racism. You really got to stop getting those mixed up.
Ignorance is ignorance. I don't know any
Okay,
better.
ready? Nigerian James Bond.
Oh my god. Oh shit! I don't know any James Bond. Like, the name is. Oh god! And there it is.
That is the most lazy stereotyping.
Wow.
Yeah, but you got to do it. You got to do it. You got to give it.
The name is Bond. James Bond. I can't really do it. Nigerian James Bond.
My
Put
name is Bond.
Put your bank
Bond.
details. Enter your bank details into the Aston Martin.
Nice. That was good.
Okay.
That was good. That was
We're
good.
good. All right. I'm gonna give you because it's gotta be a funny race, a funny accent. I can't give you like Russian or something because it's not gonna be funny.
Yeah, okay.
We need like the outlandish accents, you know?
You gotta preface that a little bit.
Yeah.
'Cause that we're really like on the thin ice here.
I know.
Like you know,
on the thin ice. We're really on
all
it.
right, we're in the lake. All right, if we've fallen through, we're in the lake.
Frozen Japanese. Ready to go.
Ready to go. Ready to go. Can't afford my back anymore.
Ready to go to sun, ready to go to sun.
That's actually good though.
Thank you.
That was very good. Indian Scarface. You bloody bastards. I say hello to my bloody
Say hello to my little friend. Huh?
All I'm having in this world is my balls and my fucking word, bastard.
And I don't bloody break them for nobody.
nobody's, isn't it?
I don't bloody break them, isn't it?
I love this.
Wait.
I love this.
Ready? Indian Godfather. Leave the gun. Take the body.
I thought you were gonna say Indian Scarface instead of cocaine. It's just cumin. It's just a big.
It's right.
Yeah.
He's just nose deep in a pile of basmati.
Oh, you bloody bastard, isn't it?
You bloody bastards want to play rough?
Okay.
I'm reloaded, isn't loaded.
I'm bloody loaded, you fucking. Indian is the best. I will say that. We did the whole reason we ever thought of this was Indian Harry Potter.
Yeah.
We did it in the car, and it was the best thing of all time.
What about what's another franchise? Italian mafia guy. What's a franchise?
Goodfellas.
No, but that's an Italian mafia guy thing.
Oh, what are you saying?
No, I'm doing the game as in like. We
a
gotta
mobster.
do a white one. We can't
know,
just.
but
every other.
It's not as funny. Okay, you're saying like a mobster. Do a mobster.
Italian American is the voice. And
Okay,
then
so
what's
do
the-
a mobster do some Shakespeare with mobster.
God. Okay. What's some famous Shakespeare? I mean. Hey, to be or not to be. It's not as funny.
Not as funny.
It's
I
not as
told
funny.
you.
But then you switch it. To be or not to be, isn't it?
It's
That's
fucking-
funnier.
That's
That's just
hilarious.
funny.
Toby, I don't know Toby. You can't. See, this is what I say. It's not racist if it's true. We're speaking facts. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't want it to be this way. Like, try and do like French. Do fucking French. What's a famous franchise?
Harry Potter.
Do French Harry Potter.
You are a wizard, Harry.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
patronyme.
It was good, but it wasn't. It's not funny.
It's not funny.
Why is that?
is it? I was about to say, why is that not funny?
Because if I say Wingardium Leviosa, that is just it's just automatically hilarious. Why? Okay, but it seems to be that it's really only Asian accents that are super funny, and Asia is the continent, not like a subculture.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Why is that?
I guess.
Give me some Nigerian Harry Potter, because I feel like Nigerian. There's some humor in there for sure.
You what? He said Harry.
But I feel like
Why?
you
We said
you
Harry.
got to go into like I had to go to the stereotype of like scamming to make it funny. The accent itself
Yeah.
isn't funny.
My name is Voldemort. Yeah, it's not funny.
The boy who lived.
I am
to
the boy
die.
who lived. Yeah.
The boy who lived, isn't it? Come to fucking bloody die, bastard.
The boy who bloody lived, isn't it?
the boy.
Oh, dude, I forgot. I forgot something.
What?
Oh, this was so bad.
Oh my god!
This
What?
was really bad.
What?
I was at a gig last week.
Okay.
A gig that we do quite a lot.
Okay.
And after the gig, I left by myself because I was going home. And everyone else got in the other car because they were going to get food, right? And it was the boys, including the guy who runs the gig, who's a friend of ours. But I'm just keeping it all anonymous. But you know who I mean.
I've got it.
One of our boys,
I'm
right?
following you right now.
So it's a bunch of the boys, and including that guy, our friend, and then his missus in the front seat, right? Now
I already know.
Now
Yeah.
our boy is Indian, and his missus is also Indian. Now our boy is our boy. We all take the piss out of each other all the time.
Anyone can get it.
Anyone can get it. We all do accents and whatever, take the piss. Right. His missus, I've met her maybe twice. Right?
And now, can I say, I've only met her a couple of times. She seems like a lovely lady. A little bit quiet.
Yeah.
Can we say that? A little
Yep.
bit reserved. Maybe
Yep.
doesn't seem like the life of the party so much with new people, I'm thinking.
Sure.
Yeah.
So anyway, we leave the gig. They all go in one car. I go in another car. And as I'm driving, I'm like 10 minutes into the journey. And I'm like, oh shit, that's their car. And there was a gap in the lane next to them. So I pulled up in the lane next to them and I wound my driver window down.
Yeah, you did.
And I beeped my car and Diesel was in the back seat. Diesel clocked me before anyone else in the car clocked me. So he went, oh,
Hey, yeah.
and then everyone else in the car clocked me. So then our boy was driving. He put the windows down, and I forgot that his missus was in the front seat because I was just looking at Diesel. He was in the back seat, and Diesel went, "Oh, you bloody bastard!" And then I went, "Voldemort, you bastard!" And then we started going, "Fuck you, bloody!" And I was like, "No, fuck you, bloody bastard, fuck!" And he was like, "You bloody fuck!" And then I just looked to the left and she was in the front seat. And I looked straight past her at our boy in the driver's seat. And he just had a look of like, for fuck's sake, man.
You fucked me, boys.
Yeah.
Because that's one of them.
And then she had a bit of a look of like, it wasn't like pissed, but it was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And I was like, and then I was like, but then Diesel kept doing it. And I was like, and I just rolled my window back up.
Bloody stop it! Bloody
Stop it, you bastard.
Because that's one of those ones as well. Like, it's probably not a big deal, but she definitely said to him when they got home, like,
What was with that bloody
do you
bastard?
let your friends just do that? Is
Yeah.
that just normal for you guys? You just
Yeah.
let them take the piss out of our culture and our heritage? Is that what happens? He's like, yeah, I guess so. And we get pretty deep in the weeds, don't we?
We do get pretty deep.
Oh my God. Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
a
why
brutal
I
moment.
don't know why some are funnier and some
If
aren't.
anyone has any theories on that, drop a comment. I want to know because it really is the Asians are the funniest.
I don't even why are they the funniest though?
Because let's go through the whole, like, South America is not funny, it's sexy. Right? We can agree on that. Latin America, Spanish is sexy.
But sometimes this kind of voice can be silly, you know.
He's a bit silly, but he's not very funny, you know?
Silly, but hey, Harry Potter.
That's
funny.
actually very funny.
That's funny.
We might have cracked the
All
code
right.
here,
Yeah,
folks.
yeah.
But go keep going though, because that was just
They're not
maybe like
super pale, but they're closer to
they're
our
close.
target
Yeah, they're
of
close.
the
Yeah, we're
whiteys.
still
Yeah.
racist, but we're getting there.
My name is James. My name is Bond. James
Yeah, Bond.
Bond.
Yeah, but you're kind of doing like a goofy voice though.
Yeah, but I'm doing a goofy voice when I do the other ones.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
My name is Bond.
Yes,
James Bond.
Yeah, Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm only shaking and not stir.
Hey, shake it, man. Don't stir it.
Hey, Money Penny, would you like to suck my dick?
Hey, hey,
Hey, Money
baby.
Penny, come and sit on it. I got a license to kill, ese.
Cholo James Bond.
Ah,
He's
that
like
is
wearing a
funny.
fucking tux, but he's only got the top button done up.
Oh no.
And the shirt's like undone
Oh
down.
no.
I'm gonna fucking kill you, puto. Hey, Blofeld. I'm here on Her Majesty's Secret Service, I say. I'm about to fuck up your shit legally, Holmes.
Fuck up your whole shit,
I'm
Holmes.
about to kill you. I got a license to do it, motherfucker.
That worked.
That's funny.
That worked.
We found a funny one.
We're still not white though, right? We're still not white. Europe,
Swedish.
Swedish, yeah, but
Swedish.
Go on,
I would
give me-
like to be Swedish. You're a wizard, Harry. That's the thing. Why is it Swedish that far? Because Swedish and Norway have the the
That's the
Scandi countries have the stupidest accents.
Stupidest accents. Of the time.
You
The
know?
most beautiful women with the stupidest
Yeah.
voices, which is just a cruel trick from God. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Because if you bag one of them, you're like, boom, 10 out of 10, gorgeous.
You're like, hi, what's your
Swedish
name? My
model.
name is Helga.
My name is. When I was on holiday, I met a girl. We were at the elephant sanctuary, and they were just like in the group. I was chatting to them, and I was like, "What's your name?" She's like, she did some shit like this. I can't remember what her name was, but it was like Annalise. And I was like, oh, Annalise. She was like, no, Annalise.
Sounds like a dubstep wobble.
I was like, I was like,
Drop
okay.
the beat.
And I pride myself. I think like I got some ignorant friends. I think I'm like, okay, I'll be able to get it though, because I like to learn a little bit of language.
yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I know. And she's like, no. And I did it like 7 times. And honestly, after the 7th time, she went, I know. And I was like, okay, fuck off. I don't care now. This is impossible.
Yeah.
What do you even mean? You can't tell me your name is. That's not a name.
You're a wizard, Harry. That's the thing. Why is it not funny?
I know, 'cause it's a
Their
stupid accent.
Like, yeah, but like the I don't know, Swedish accent is more stupid than like the Indian accent. But it's not as funny for some
funny.
reason. But I think partly that's the context because of the stereotype of Swedes is not the same as a stereotype of Indian guys. Maybe that may be why.
Maybe, but then the stereotype of a Nigerian guy could be quite funny in a lot of contexts.
Yeah.
And that didn't hit.
But then they're not. It's not as funny. I don't know. That's a good question.
And
By the way, this is our last episode ever, so it doesn't really matter, does it? No. Doesn't really matter. Hey, you know what? This is going to be our last episode ever. Let's just say it. Hey, on 3, right?
1. Let's just say it.
Let's just fucking say it.
Oh, just look right in the lens. Me and you can look right in the lens and say, the Asian accents are the funniest. Come at me if you want. I'm sticking by that. I think they're the funniest.
Yeah.
Because Irish accent is quite comical at times, but
Say hello to my little friend. Leave the gun, take the
sure, the name's Bond, isn't it?
Name's Bond.
So the
isn't it?
name's Bond. It's James Bond.
Name's Bond. James Bond.
Ah,
Isn't it?
Miss Moneypenny, come and suck me cock, will you?
The name's Bond.
Come and jump
James
on
Bond.
this, would you? It's not. It's the Seamus Bond.
Seamus
It's
Bond.
not as funny.
It's not as funny.
The name is Bloody. It's just my bloody. Maybe it's because we're friends, the bloodies and all that.
Do you reckon? Yeah. Do you reckon?
that we should stop now? Yeah, I think we should.
Do you reckon South Asian people find Chabuddy G funny, or do you think they find him insulting? Because he is kind of like Chabuddy G is mainly funny because he's like David Brent, but with an Indian stereotype.
No, but I think people from India would be so far removed from that. He's like a Hounslow Indian, and there's like
Yeah.
there's the Bolton. Like Amir Khan is a Bolton Indian guy.
Yeah.
Where he's like, oh, you know, I can't even do it. Well,
Isn't he Pakistani?
But okay, fucking hell. There you go. No, he can't. Is he Pakistani? He might be. You might be right.
Khan,
Okay.
I think Khan is a Pakistani.
I think you might be right. But
Amir Khan, I think that's Pakistani.
anyway, I'm saying the.
No, but let's see how racist you are first. Let's Google it.
Oh, he's definitely Pakistani, isn't he?
Yeah. Click on his. No, scroll up. Click on his Wikipedia.
Yeah, I was gonna do that. I remember him coming in with a Pakistani flag.
Yeah.
He's definitely Pakistani. Absolutely Pakistani,
Yeah.
Punjabi. Okay, well there you go, and that's it. And this is what we were saying about ignorance. You learn and you move on, and now I know.
Yeah.
And I'm a boxing fan, so I should have known that because I've literally seen him hold up the Pakistani flag.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that whole section of like the Asian northern voice,
Yeah.
they have their own thing, and then you've got the Hounslow people. So it's like I think Chabuddy G would be so far removed from like a guy from Mumbai or whatever. I don't think they would really get the humor.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because it's not like he's an Indian guy who works in tech in fucking, it's a different thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's like an English Indian.
Do you think we should wrap up?
I think we should probably cut the last 10 minutes of that.
But it's so funny.
I know.
It's so funny, though.
Listen, you know me, man. I got no success in comedy anyway. I don't care. But I'm more worried about you. What have I got to lose? I only got a kid on the way. That's gonna look up to me one day and probably watch this back. But who cares, man?
Yeah, fuck it. The thing is, it's so funny, but it's like, I know exactly the kind of person that would then send this to someone if I make it in comedy,
I know, but what can we do, man? We're only having a
fuck it.
laugh, innit?
Hey,
Fuck 'em.
it made Shane Gillis famous.
Exactly. I don't even
And
know.
we're both equally as good, if not better than him, right?
Do you know what the sad thing is? I don't even know if he went that hard. Though. we went pretty fucking hard. We did an accent each there for about 10 minutes straight. We didn't just... Well, look, Tuesdays with Stories, the pod with Joe List and Mark Norman. Joe List regularly does an Asian accent. It goes... And it's my favourite part of the show.
Right.
So I think we just stick to what we love and what we
it.
know, which is blind racism.
Go for it.
And look, I'm sure there are a lot of Indian and Chinese and Japanese and all. I'm sure there are people from those places that will find that funny.
Yeah.
And if they find it funny, then that means we're not doing anything wrong.
It's funny to think about, it cuts to two Indian guys watching this podcast and they pause it and go, it is pretty funny.
He's got a bloody point. He's got a bloody point.
Have you heard us?
Yeah,
bloody. You do say bloody a lot, yeah.
Yeah, do you know what? Clip it. Clip that right there, because I like that. I like to
Clip
think,
the end of my career.
yeah, I like to think there's a couple of Indian guys sitting there right now, just fucking just chuckling out, just loving it. I'm sure there is.
All right, comment.
Bloody comment.
bloody comment, isn't it? Comment comment what you think the funniest accent
Yeah.
and franchise pairing is.
And if yeah, that's great. And if you think that we're wrong and you can send us a funny accent not from that part of the world,
Yeah.
send it over, DM it over, because I'm happy to be wrong here.
I am genuinely
I'd love to
open.
be, yeah.
And we tried. We
Yeah.
did Irish, we did Scottish, we did
Swedish,
French, we did Spanish. We
French,
did try.
Yeah,
But there's
yeah,
just
yeah.
something not as funny.
Russian is super unfunny, I think. I can't see
Yeah.
Russian being funny.
Russian is the biggest stereotype of funny accent.
Yeah.
People go, oh, the Russian.
Yeah.
But
Do some Russian Harry Potter now.
Wingardium Leviosa, a poisoning spell. Yeah, I'm the boy who lived through the Cold War.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, always.
I'd rather move to Chernobyl than watch that again. To be honest, that was horrible.
Nice.
It's all about the Asian, baby. We're spreading the love. We love the Asians.
Yeah.
We love your voices. So if you're Asian and you've seen this, send me a 2-minute voice note on my DM and I'll listen to it.
Yeah, and if you're Asian watching this, send me a nude.
Okay. But don't blur it out because they like to do that.
They
you know?
do like
to do that.
I've never understood what Japanese.
Neither do I.
videos.
It's a very respectable culture, though, isn't it? It's very like, you know, they like to. They like to. No, but you know what I was saying.
What, like there's some like Japanese father being like, you can put my daughter's a pussy on the camera, but pixelate it out because we have an honor to think about.
No, but there's a lot.
I don't think that's how-
There's a lot of shame involved in this. It's like you can jack off and watch the porn, but we ain't giving it all to you, buddy.
Right,
I
yeah,
think
there's a lot of
that's
shame.
I think that's where it comes from.
Sanji, is that your daughter?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Oh, thank God.
So they didn't
I
show
only,
the
saw,
flaps.
I only saw big pixels of the snatch.
Big pixels. They didn't show the full snatch.
I could hear her moaning and I could see she was clearly getting a fucked. But don't worry, I could not see her snatch.
I wonder what Indian porn's like. Probably way
I
overcrowded.
was gonna say some bad shit.
Oh, okay.
No, I was gonna
Okay. Well, say it, but let's cover the camera.
I'm not gonna say it because Tom might fuck me over. I was I was gonna say. Wait. You don't have to cover the camera. It's fine.
Okay,
they can't fucking hit. Wait.
Put the mics down.
Say the question again.
Okay. I wonder what Indian porn is like. Okay. I don't think it would smell that bad in the room.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said at all.
Clip it.
He's just fucked me.
Okay. I don't know what you said might have been worse, but I said
Oh,
something.
well, no, what I said was worse. I just
Yeah.
don't want them to think that that's what I said.
I know. I didn't come up with that. So
No, shout out the Indian gang.
I think we really need to get out of here because I feel like this could be bad for us now. This is getting bad.
Shout out the Indian gang. Shout
Shout
out the
the
Pakistani
Asians,
gang.
shout out-
all the grooming gangs.
Okay. And there
I'm sorry, I'm in the
is.
zone now.
And there
I know
is.
that the data shows that the
you know
majority of
what?
grooming gangs are not Asian, and that is
Yeah,
a misrepresented
shut the fuck
stereotype.
up, right?
I'm
Shut
aware
up.
of that. I know the data.
Shut up. You got that from fucking Diesel on a couple of episodes ago. He said that.
No,
Shut up.
yeah, and he got that from me, and I got it from my girlfriend's friend who is involved in that stuff. Not on that side of the fence.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah. Hey, okay, you know what? Can I say this?
Yeah.
I want every episode to be like this. I've had
I
a
know,
blast.
I've had a blast
This
too.
is what we love to do.
This
And
is-
if you don't like it,
Yeah.
fucking lump it, son.
Was the first part of the episode good, or how? It's annoying. This was the funniest bit.
This was funny. The first bit was we had a couple of chuckles in there. Got a bit, in the middle.
Should we be putting out like segments instead of the episode?
I don't know. I think you're getting autistic again, and you're
No, but
overanalyzing.
I mean, like, for example, I mean, we're kind of having this conversation on air.
Well,
so
isn't
people
like-
who are fans will hear us talking about this. But I feel like if I'm a fan of a show that's not a
But
big
you're saying
show
like
yet-
highlights.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying, what I'm saying is I feel like if I'm a fan of a show and they talk about the show and it's a small thing and I'm a fan of it, that makes me feel more invested and involved.
Yeah,
in the
I love
thing.
that shit.
So I like talking about it openly in front of the people listening or watching. But I feel like the problem with at the moment is that something like that's happened at like an hour and 20, that it was really, really funny. But then people might, like a lot of them might not even get this far. There might be like hardly any people even listening to this bit right now. So does it make more sense to, I'm kind of
Only
thinking out
release the
loud.
good bits.
Or release them, release bits that, I don't know.
Well, I had thought about that before years ago when I first wanted to do a podcast. I was like, why would you drop a whole episode and not just drop the best bits and just kind of do it in like chunks? But I think partially that eliminates the lore of a podcast, which is just a conversation. I think
I
people
know.
love that. But I think maybe we just, if anything really funny happens, we just make it a highlight. We're not religiously putting out highlights anymore, but something like that's at the end of the episode, maybe we just clop it up and stick it on there and just see what happens.
Fair.
Because that was funny.
That was hilarious.
I stand by all of that.
Thank was hilarious.
I stand on business. We've been in there for fucking ages now.
All right, fuck. All right, see you later, guys. Sorry for making you listen to that last 2 minutes, but
That was fun.
That was great.
Bloody
This is a long one,
like,
hour and 46,
Hour and
Jesus.
46. Bloody like, bloody subscribe.
bloody subscribing, isn't it?
Do what you need to do, people. Thank
And
you
I
very
actually,
much.
if you are still watching or listening, genuinely comment what you think is the funniest accent and franchise combo.
Yes, I want to hear
Fast and Furious might be a good one.
Oh,
See what they work with that.
we are.
We are family. Okay, right. Anyway, right. See you guys later. Bye.